Right, I thought I'd just do a quick little video because I've just been on YouTube and apparently within the next 24 hours I'm going to be able to do some live streaming, which I thought would just be for gamers, and obviously must be of an age where I'm not fully aware of this. But yes, you can do live streaming for YouTube, great, without a PC, even better. So what this means, it probably means it's going to pander to my laziness in terms of editing, but I'm not doing this for notoriety. I'm not doing it, I've got what 50 odd subs at the moment, and I'm not bothered about how many subs I have. It's not what I'm about. I couldn't care whether people join or not. It's not why I'm doing it for notoriety. I'm just doing it for my well-being, to say this is how far I've come, and to show those who I really care about and that I'm not thinking about it. I'm thinking about them, and it's a shame that they're not here to see the trials and tribulations and the ups and downs. But yeah, and I just think I like to keep that authenticity, what I do on my channel. I don't want to change my personality. I don't think you should be changing your personality. You change your personality, there's something fucking wrong with you. But I don't want to be pandering to what people want and expect. I can't do the pretending that a scenario happened, and doom and gloom. Or for me, it's just blatant trickery, and it's not what I'm about. So for me, it's all about authenticity and transparency, and being realistic and having that realism of life. Because I work days and night shifts. So I work 12-hour shifts, so I know the ins and outs of life. And I've got my own place, got my own car, got kids, and the trial and tribulations with all that. And it's, in some aspects, it's really hard. And there's other aspects which I have not touched on, and I don't think it's right thing to talk about on here because it's personal, and I don't want to get into the ins and out of things. But there is certain aspects of my life which are friggin' stressful, and it's not even work related. You know what I mean? It's probably a small percentage. It's going to be based on money, but the vast majority of it's not based on work, but it's life outside of work. And it's shit. Trying not to get emotional about stuff is quite difficult at times, but that's the way it is. So hopefully in the future I'll be doing more things in terms of going out camping and whatnot. That's something I have done today. I've not camped, but I found a few places that I'd like to go and camp. And if I can do that on a live stream, I think that'd be freaking fucking epic. Because for something to happen in real time has its benefits, but then I could also I could see the downfalls. If people recognise where you are, and then they could snitch on you, there's always there are always going to be people out there ready to snitch. So you can see it has its pros and cons. So maybe do a live stream when I'm out eating. Maybe that'd be a good idea. So I'm out eating somewhere posh, wherever it may be, khaki D's. So it could be anything, but I think it's just certain things I have to think about where I am, and it's going to be interesting. But we'll see what happens in the future. But I'm looking forward to just to give people real content, real day-to-day life content, so, and maybe in the future I open up about my past and what's going to happen in the future, what would like to happen in the future, who knows. But I do think there has to be an air of responsibility, and you got to also take other people's feelings into consideration, because if I mention things about other people and they're not here to defend themselves or have a counter argument, it can get very, very messy. So yes, and other things that I don't want to ever touch on is for things like religion. It's not like I dislike religion or anything like that, but for me, it's something that it doesn't warm to my heart. It's something that, yeah, I like the understanding that I already have of life. So yeah, so it's just one of them. And the one thing I do totally disagree with is like racial slurs. You know what I mean? I'm, you know, obviously I'm white, by the way, so I'm not a person of racism or a supporter of racism. So, but I think jokes are joke and whatever. But again, just like sexual orientation and stuff like that, again, it's I think some jokes should be allowed, like, but yeah, again, it's just there's certain grey areas you've got to be so careful of, because like anything, it's a matter of an opinion, and people should be entitled to have their opinion without the fear of persecution. And I think with today's modern society, we're getting to a point where you can't speak your mind, whether that's rightly or wrongly. It should be subjective and should be taken as point of reference of in terms of somebody's opinion, and it's not the status quo. So, but it's interesting having these open air debates and whatnot. But anyway, so like I said, in the future, I'm going to hopefully be doing some more videos and also doing some live streaming videos. And again, it's there for people to use, hopefully not to abuse, but it's one thing to comment on somebody's thing and to be negative about it. But it's one of the things, it comes with the territory, I suppose. There's always going to be people out there who are willing to shit on you, because why not? It makes for shits and giggles, eh? But it'd be interesting. I don't mind controversy, and sometimes you have to do things outside the box, and sometimes you have to break some rules, as long as you're not breaking hearts and breaking legs. So anyway, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to say good night, bon voyage. Tomorrow is a new day. I've got to be up very early. I'm going to go to the gym, smash it out, then your mum, and then we'll see what the day brings. So I'll see you next time.